I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Sound like a police cipher.
My shit is when my brother used to hustle and shit. And he used to cop whatever and shit. And I used to just be a little nigga. And I ain't had no bud, I ain't had no money. So therefore I just used to hit the stash up. But every time I used to hit him up for like a half, like every week. Every week, every couple days, hit him with a half.
Damn, you
the
wild.
nigga would move his stash everywhere in the crib, and I would always find his stash and always put shit back neatly like he had it. He was always thirsty to catch me, always talking shit. And I was like, you can't prove it, nigga. I ain't take nothing. Always had bud. How you got all that weed? Hey, nigga, that's my business. Nigga. I ain't get shit from you.
Wow, that's crazy, B. That's crazy. I've nigga but a half every week. That's nice.
You see that though? Like putting the shit back properly, you know that? Those are key elements of being a good thief.
Yeah.
Straight up, nigga. What? Yo, when my father was growing weed, when Hippie J moved into the building, this had to be the best times ever. Yo, Hippie
this
J
nigga had a fucking apartment. His apartment was a grow house.
It was a grow house, like in High Times with the
word.
You know what I'm saying? He had the lights in the ceiling that went back every 6 hours. Yeah. It was set up in a way that the plants would feel like they're in an outside environment.
Word.
Where it would get 12 hours sunlight, 12 hours darkness.
That was the special light bulbs that made it feel like it was sun.
All that. The hydroponic tanks that feed the plants on their own.
How you got lights that go evenly across the room and evenly back. Perfect amount of time. Like, that's crazy.
And he had the railroad apartment, so his shit was set up where the first room you went into was the baby plants, the cuttings, you know what I'm saying? Then the second room was the mother plants. Those are the ones where you get your cuttings from, you understand? Mm-hmm. And then the back room was the plants that were in bud. The back room was the room you wanted to go straight to, son. I'm talking about, yo, buds, nigga, the size of your forearm. No exaggeration, my dude. Straight up.
Didn't that nigga have his fucking walls padded up and all that shit?
All that with this aluminum crazy shit.
I think that must have been like the Pink Panther shit, like that fucking insulation they put between the walls, like that shit you put between here. You know what I'm saying?
That shit that he put on the walls,
and probably had like a cover over it, aluminum.
Well, I don't know if it was for that. I think it was to bounce the sunlight to the bottom of the plants, cause you know.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you know he had a reflector basically. Yeah.
Because when the plant only gets the sun on the top, you only get big buds on the top and the bottom of the plant. You get little bullshit buds. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that crazy? What?
The sun is. I'm telling you, kid, the sun can never be pussy.
He always come out, but that ain't even sunlight, son.
But you know, the fucking. That shit. You know, my point of that story was, you know what I'm saying, that my father used to grow bud with the hippie nigga, you know what I'm saying? And when my father started growing bud, nigga, that nigga had, you know what I'm saying, like your jaw, nigga, mason jars. Ounces of mason jars, ill kind bud, nigga. And I used to jack that nigga's bud, nigga, put it back real proper, and go to school, nigga, with weed. At that time, I didn't even know how good the weed was. You know what I'm saying, nigga? I'm going to school, sparking my dudes up, nigga, with some ill Rosenthal High Times weed. And not even realizing, nigga, how good it was, nigga. Puffing blunts, nigga, like they were nickel bags of regs.
Yo, son, I know people, word up to this day, my nigga, these people are like fucking 40 years old. And it's, yo, the weed that your father was growing back in the day was the best weed I ever smoked to this day. Wow. Yo, the nigga when they got seeds, nigga, from Humboldt County, California. Yo, son, that nigga grew some shit, nigga. Yeah. That nigga, the nigga had trees, right, nigga? Remember the corn plants around it? Yo, the nigga's trees were like 16 feet tall. One of them was like 14, right? Some shit like that. The nigga had some huge trees.
That nigga was wild. I'm talking about, my father at that time was supplying all the coke dealers in the hood. Because at that time, he wasn't even really, you know what I'm saying? Like, the coke thing wasn't really popping at that time. It was the weed thing. He was supplying all the coke.
All
the niggas on 8th Ave and Sunset Park, son.
And niggas was raping his shit. So you sit on the couch next to the plant, nigga, and just get that shit away.
Yo, those were the good old days, nigga. Yo, I remember, nigga, with my father. Yo, when it was time to pull out the plants and shit, my father would be in his little room upstairs, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be cutting up the weed. You know, you gotta manicure it. You gotta take off the plant, the leaves off the buds and all that. And you know, as you're doing that, you know, you drop little bud here and there, you know what I'm saying? My pops would leave the room, nigga, and I collect, nigga, all the shit that fell on the floor, nigga.
Clean up.
Straight up. And have, nigga, like $100 worth of weed after, son. some kind bud, some kind bud, some kind bud.